Shock! Iran's leadership eliminated. Is World War III beginning? Meanwhile, Putin is mourning not Khamenei, but the weapons he has been left without. At the same time, Iranian Shahed drones swarmed over the heads of Russians. Has Tehran attacked Russia? If Iran and Russia are friends, then this was the friendly fire of the year. Total chaos and panic. The tactics of Ukraine and the aggressor state have now become a model for the whole world. Who is copying whom? The entire globe is burning. What happens next? Let's talk about it. Hello, this is Ukraine Today with the latest updates. The chief sponsor of global terrorism is dead. Iran's state television has confirmed the death of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. His body was recovered from the rubble and identified.
His Eminence Imam Khamenei, having tasted the sweet nectar of martyrdom, ascended to the highest heavenly kingdom during the blessed month of Ramadan. In this regard, the Supreme National Security Council has issued the following statement. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, the exalted spirit of the leader of the great nation of Iran and of the freedom fighters of the world.
Alongside the chief Ayatollah, the entire top leadership reportedly perished. The IDF reports the elimination of the IRGC commander, Iran's defense minister, and dozens of high-ranking officials. The Iranian regime has been completely decapitated. This is being described as a major victory for Ukraine as well. A flawless operation, death came in the morning. It was a perfect trap. US intelligence had reportedly tracked Khamenei for months, analyzing his every move. The strike was initially planned for nighttime, but the CIA learned of a secret morning meeting. The Americans cold-bloodedly waited until everyone gathered in one room and then delivered a single fatal blow. Putin is hysteric. Russia is now left without weapons. The Kremlin is said to be in deep mourning. The head of the Federation dashed off a tearful telegram in which he incredibly mentioned a cynical violation of human morality. The very same Putin who destroys Ukrainian cities suddenly invoked international law while lamenting Khamenei.
Please accept my deep condolences in connection with the killing of the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Sayyid Ali Khamenei, and members of his family, carried out with a cynical violation of all norms of human morality and international law.
The hysteria is understandable. The dictator has been left without weapons. According to Bloomberg, Iran managed to sell Russia ballistic and anti-aircraft missiles worth $3 billion, and the total value of contracts involving Shaheds has exceeded $4 billion. Now that pipeline is shut down for good, Putin's army is now bare as a falcon.
Contracts with Moscow starting from October 2021, before the war began, for ballistic and surface-to-air missiles amount to roughly $2.7 billion. The purchases have included hundreds of FAT-360 short-range ballistic missiles, nearly 500 other short-range ballistic missiles, and approximately 200 surface-to-air missiles associated with anti-aircraft defense systems. In total, Russia has spent more than the equivalent of $4 billion on Iranian military equipment since late 2021, according to the assessment.
And now, an evacuation situation, Russians under Iranian fire. Did Tehran attack Russia? No, unfortunately. The Emirates are in flames. Iran's dying convulsions struck Russians as well. Tehran launched ballistic missiles and drones at cities in the United Arab Emirates, and Russian tourists in Dubai and other locations came under attack. Iran effectively struck the Russians. Russians apparently hoped to sit out the war in comfort, but the war reached them where they least expected it. In Sharjah, an Iranian drone pierced the roof of a massive shopping mall. The building has been completely destroyed, thick smoke is billowing, and people are trapped under the rubble. And living won't be easy. While the Russians may have wanted to escape the missile apocalypse, but they cannot. People are effectively trapped. Iran struck Dubai airport, flights are grounded, and urgent evacuation has been announced. Meanwhile, in another terminal, people are sheltering from the shelling and sleeping right on the floor. Ukraine will help in the Middle East. Britain will involve Ukraine in assistance with countering Iranian drones. This was announced by Prime Minister Keir Starmer. He also stated that Britain changed its position and has allowed the United States to use its military bases for strikes on Iran.
And we will also bring in experts from Ukraine alongside our experts to help partners from the Gulf countries shoot down the Iranian drones attacking them.
In his evening address on March 1st, President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukraine is closely monitoring every change in the situation around Iran, with intelligence services and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs involved.
From the situation in the Middle East, we can see how difficult it is to provide 100% protection against missiles and Shaheds. Even in Gulf countries that have more advanced air defense systems than those provided to us so far by partners, and in greater numbers they still do not intercept all ballistic missiles. There are also Shaheds that were not stopped by air defense in the region.
Zelensky added that Ukraine's defense experience is largely indispensable, and Kyiv is ready to share this experience and help those nations that have supported Ukraine. Meanwhile, the United States has for the first time applied Ukrainian drone warfare tactics. US Central Command reported that during strike on Iran, it used low-cost kamikaze drones in combat conditions for the first time. Politico noted that Ukraine began using this tactic in 2022 while repelling Russia's invasion. The outlet reported that drone warfare helped Ukraine shift the course of events at the front despite the enemy's superiority in firepower and manpower. Russia later adopted this experience as well, leading to a transformation of modern military tactics. Iran, in turn, is copying Russia. Tehran is striking critical infrastructure, attempting to psychologically exhaust the enemy's population while simultaneously inflicting economic damage. Iranian attack drones are small, difficult to intercept, and easy to manufacture. Although they do not cause the same physical destruction as an arsenal of thousands of missiles, they have successfully hit civilian airports, seaports, and other key facilities. At the same time, Iran has used large numbers of drones or combined drone and missile strikes to overwhelm the air defenses of targeted countries.
Their main advantage here is that mass production is relatively simple and efficient, and they can launch them both from the sea and from land.
Iran has used drones to strike targets such as the US naval base in Bahrain, airports in Abu Dhabi and Kuwait, high-rise buildings in Dubai and Bahrain, as well as seaports. At least 3 people were killed in the UAE and 1 in Oman as a result of the strikes. These attacks have triggered global transport chaos and contributed to a sharp rise in oil prices, demonstrating Iran's strategy of targeting vulnerable points in the global economy. According to analysts, Tehran is seeking to internationalize the conflict by pressuring US allies in the Persian Gulf and inflicting economic damage on the West. Copying is one thing, but it turns out Iran is no friend to Russia either. Tehran sank Putin's tanker. An Iranian Shahed struck the tanker Skylight, part of the joint Iranian-Russian Shadow Fleet, with a direct hit. Near the Strait of Hormuz, the Putin-linked vessel loaded with sanctioned oil is rapidly going down. Residential buildings were hit as well. The luxury hotel Paros was also struck by an Iranian Giran drone. Meanwhile, in Bahrain, Iranian drones smashed into a base and flew straight into the Elite S Hotel. Terrified tourists are filming the wreckage of the Giran drones from their balconies. All of this look like Iran's agony. The empire of dictators is doomed. The main sponsors of terrorism are burning in infernal flames. The Kremlin is left in panic without missiles or battlefield victories, and ordinary Russians have felt the karma of war even in the most unexpected places. The Israel-US operation is proceeding successfully. What do you think about the latest events? Share your opinion in the comments, like the video and subscribe to stay informed about the main headlines. See you soon!